Little amber windows. Welcome to my palace, Mariana, hermosa. Fernanda stood barefoot in her fuchsia skirt and embroidered huipil. The wait on the street had felt like an eternity. To stay patient, I gazed at her pine wood door. Its grain drew long, wild flames, sprinkled with resin pockets, like little amber windows. Fernanda had chosen this particular plank, she had told me, to draw in the light. I tried to peek in, imagining what the other side held. But I knew that. There she was, resting one hand on the handle and extending the other to my cheek. I took a step back. She brought her hand down, and her smile too. I stepped in. Her house was tiny. First, there was a kitchen with a pine table, 2 chairs, and a small couch. Beautifully carved, shelves organized pots, plates, woodworking tools. A door opened to the bedroom. Behind that was a patio. Each room had a large window, one towards the street, the other towards the little courtyard. She shared her house with marigolds, roses, begonias, lilies, all yellow, in pots, on tables, on shelves, on the floor. It was as if Fernanda had gone to the nursery and carried back the sun in planters. She closed the door, and the sap pockets on the wood brought in a glow from outside. The tiny windows sweetened the place like honey, sprinkled on the kitchen floor, on her feet. Make yourself at home. I kicked my sandals off and pushed her behind the window casing. Our breasts, our bellies, our hips met, our thighs, our feet. My hands traveled up and down her back, in a hurry to enjoy her beauty. We kissed, and I tasted the salt of the ocean, just like the first time. Her lips curled into a smile, mine too. We had so many reasons to smile. I thought you were mad at me, she said. Of course not, silly. I was just worried someone would see us. Eventually they will, Mariana. I sighed. She turned and took an ironwood jar from the table. This is for you. It was dark, heavy, polished, beautifully carved. On it swam sea turtle between the waves. On the sands, the pink conch brought messages to and from loved ones. I turned it. Turtle swam and swam, as if time did not exist. I looked up at Fernanda, my eyes stinging. Then she offered me the tour of the manor. We sat in folding chairs in the little patio next to the well, under the laundry, billowing on the line. She smoked among the profusion of plants. In her bedroom, she showed me the walls of books above her bed. She had built the shelves out of thick parota wood, carved with more sea turtles, her companion. Leatherback and hawksbill swim toward each other, she said. They will meet soon. I turned to her. I took the strap of her huipil, pulled it off her shoulder, careful not to graze the skin. I leaned toward her throat. I kissed the quivering hollow, the tip of my tongue stroking her sweet skin. Fernanda held on to me as if afraid of falling. She leaned her head back, shivering in my arms. Her hair swung and hung low on her hips, caressing my hands as I held her by the waist. I pulled back and drew a deep breath. I gazed into her eyes. I placed a knee on the bed and brought my love down with me. An hour later, we lay in each other's arms. We had loved each other safe in her little home. The closer I got to Fernanda, the stronger I felt. But a little distance between us, the gaze of others, everything increased my misgivings. Fernanda insisted we go out, sell her carvings, play music together. But I knew my people did not forgive. I closed my eyes, buried my face in her hair. Look, she said. I did. The dusk's lights peeked through the pine door's little amber windows. You could almost see them move on the floor as the sun turned. They climbed Fernanda's bed. Thank you.